I'm Nick Clifford, Dr. Nick Clifford. I'm a senior fellow here at Manchester Business School. I am a member of the executive education team, and I direct programs for international courses for executive education for senior executives from a number of different organisations. Our engagement with TEXEM has been on the basis that Alim has been in touch with us to ask us to organise a programme of 3 days of executive education, and my colleague Dr. Richardson has been the co-director for that programme. It's a privilege and a joy to welcome international clients from around the world to Manchester and to our other international centres, and we always find that we learn as much as we impart when we run these kinds of programs. For the future, we are looking to develop a network of relationships with clients where we can provide the kind of educational opportunities for senior executives from a number of different organisations. And in the medium term, we would like to feel that our work with friends, colleagues and clients in West Africa will be developed further and moved on, and we see TEXEM as being one of those clients that we would like to work with in the future.
My name is Paul Evans. I'm a lecturer in Leadership and Management Development at the Manchester Business School, and today I've delivered a lecture to the TEXEM group of people from Nigeria concerning change management and the theories of change. In the first part of the lecture I covered some of the prescriptive, what I would describe as normative or functional theories of change and change management, and as a group we critiqued them, and actually to say that whilst the theories were very were well constructed, there were still some gaps within them in terms of their practical application. Subsequent to that is that what I did is I tried to illustrate theory as a metaphor by utilising my own experiences as a change manager in my own career. Back in 2000, or between 2000 and 2008, I was the Chief Executive of the Royal Armouries organisation, and I was effectively a change manager there in that the organisation was scheduled to close. I therefore shared my experiences with the group, and broadly speaking I think that I concluded to suggest that change and change management is impossible on your own. In actual fact is that you need to bring people with you, and therefore it is your capacities to align yourself and to be empathetic with the people that you're working with in order to develop an understanding of the facts and a collective solution to the problems that you're facing. We had a good time, we had a lively discussion. I also drew comparisons between the Welsh nation, from which I'm from, and the Nigerian people in terms of their capacity to shout one another down, but I have to say I was very warmly welcomed and I've enjoyed it thoroughly. Thank you very much, all of you. Cheers.
Daniel Gallo, Divisional HR Director for the Manchester Airports Group. So the programme has been fantastic. It's been great to work with TEXEM and to partner with Manchester Business School again, and you know, to be asked along to come and talk about change management. It's been a great group and really well organised, so yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. So, you know, I spent probably a little bit longer than I should have spent, but talking about change management is a topic that I get quite excited about. You know, the key elements that I covered was really just trying to bring to light some of the practicalities of how organisations can think about change and how they can approach it within their businesses. So it's less of the models and the theories, but just some lessons that I've learned along the way. So the types of things we covered were really how you translate strategies into things that are meaningful for your people. I spoke about you know, really around how you need to engage and involve your people, and to not feel like as a leader that you have to have all the answers. But equally as a leader, you have to lead the change. You can't step away from it, you can't abdicate it to other people or to external companies. So really being the face of the change I think is important. And so, you know, hopefully gave some real life examples of what I've learned about change over the last 10 years. Yeah, I thought the response from the audience was fantastic. It was definitely the graveyard shift, and they'd been working all day. But you know, the engagement was fantastic, and I really appreciated the questions at the end. There's some good questions which showed that at least they kind of listened and paid attention. So yeah, you know, really fantastic participation from the group, which is what you'd always hope to get.
Hi, I'm Lee Wharton. I'm one of the visiting lecturers here at Manchester Business School. My session this morning was introducing concepts around change and the impact on culture, on the delivery of change programs, particularly looking at some of the theories behind it to provide tools and techniques to the delegates. And then considering later in the morning, we looked at a number of causes of resistance to change programs and how those could be overcome. What I found particularly interesting about the session this morning was the conversations we had at a very practical level, where we were discussing live issues that the delegates had and how we could help them overcome it, both from a theoretical point of view, but within the class itself there was a number of suggestions in a very practical way on some of the issues that many of the delegates had. I think what's really important about a programme of this nature is that all organisations, be they private sector or public sector, are going through significant change, and a course of this nature provides the leaders of those organisations with options and a toolkit to address some of the fundamental business and organisational challenges that exist at the moment. Change and change management and the delivery of change programmes are a vital and fundamental part of current organisational activities around the world.